Okay, I'm not really a speaker, I'm a writer, but I'm trying. And I want to specifically talk more about Bugarach, because that's where I live. I lived there for 15 years. Last year I lived in Rennes, and Bugarach and all these other sacred places are in the zone, which is a term coined by Richard Stanley, who is a filmmaker of horror movies. And he's called this area the zone, and it's reaching from Montségur in the Ariège to Bugarach in the Aude. So he's been at one end and I've been at the other. Both of these sacred hills, or mountains, Bugarach. The zone even extends to the Gorge de Galmus, where there's a hermitage, some very holy caves, one been made into a chapel. And then there's the very sacred Saint-Salvin, which is up above here, where the ancient prehistoric people lived in the caves. And there's a standing stone up here, up my hill. So Bugarach is one of 3 villages that form a triangle. One is Rennes-Château, which is very well known for its Mary Magdalene associations and the Abbé Saunier's lost treasure that people come to try and find. And there was an ancient Isis temple up there before then all the churches came, and the ancient Redo was there. Then you have Rennes, which was the hot springs area, also very sacred, and the Romans loved it. And then you have Bugarach, which is where I live. So these many years now, I've run a website, Musical World, in which I write my philosophical ideas and so much else of interest, poetry, and I write a blog. And I've contributed to books and magazines, and I've been subject of a book about Bugarach. There was a chapter written about me because there was an intellectual who came down from Paris, an aristocrat, Nicolas Destienne d'Orvez, and I met him in the village bar, and I was quite drunk and merry. I told him my life story, and it was very playful, and he wrote a whole chapter about me in his book. Wonderful. That's in Paris, that book, amongst the intellectuals. So I have to speak up for Bugarach, as being a very remarkable, interesting, magical place, because people know very much about Rennes-Château, and they sometimes overlook Bugarach. There's a small mountain overlooking the village. It's the smallest mountain in France. And it's upside down mountain, it's called, because it's pushed over on itself, so that the top of the mountain is older than the bottom of the mountain. So it's already a very interesting mountain. And people are drawn to visit this mountain, and when they do, they fall in love with it. That they feel an energy there. And people have interpreted the energy in different ways. They feel that it's special. So they, very famously associated with Bugarach is the story of aliens. So people believe that UFOs are landing on the mountain, that when the clouds come, these very funny clouds come down, the aliens are like going up and down. And the first time I ever came to Bugarach, when I was living in Renevan, I went to circle dancing and I met a very esoteric crowd of people, and the lady there, she was telling me not about aliens, but about the Bugarach mountain being very sacred, that the new Messiah is going to come forth from the mountain. And the new Messiah is coming forth as the divine couple. So it's Jesus, Mary Magdalene. It's meant to be the divine couple, the balance, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, which it was anyway, but that's been coupled over. So the Messiah is meant to come forth. So this was a good introduction for me to the mountain. And I have seen, looking on the mountain, and many other people have seen, great figures on the mountain. So by this, you can know that the ancient people would definitely have worshipped, that it was definitely a pilgrimage place, because what we see, they saw, and in those days, everything in nature was sacred. And so on the mountain, there's, to the right of the mountain, there's a huge figure that's known as the Buddha. Because he's like chopping and squatting and looks like he's in meditation. And from his right shoulder is flying out a huge bird. And then over in the center, the whole centerpiece, the middle of the mountain, is the divine feminine goddess figure, an angel figure, with outstretched wings, as in the depictions of Isis, the wings. And I've had different dream visions, sometimes dreams, and one time I saw the great Buddha figure as the devil in the church at Rennes-le-Château. That is the green man, the Dionysus, the earth god. And from old Occitan legend, which I read, I now realize that the goddess is Nor. Her name is Nor. She was the goddess of this area, according to the Occitan legend. And I lived in the Middle East, and I very well know that Nor means light. And actually, it's also an old Occitan word, but the meaning of it's become lost. So in the Occitan dictionaries, there's no description of what Nor means, but this was the old goddess of the region. So it's like the knowledge has been lost, which is how it's been for much of our understanding of the goddess and the divine feminine energy. It's been covered over and lost. And it's for us to find her again. That's what I feel living in this area. The modern religions have tried to bury her forever, but the soul in us desires and seeks for her all the same. That's why we're attracted to the black Madonnas, the white Madonnas, the visions of the goddess, fairies, and Mary Magdalene, none less than Mary Magdalene herself. And I've always felt in this landscape, coming here, I'm very into nature. I love roaming around in nature. I feel very blissful in nature. I've always felt the goddess is in the landscape. very much, she is the landscape, she is the earth. Her body is the shapes of the hills. Her blood is the rivers. The springs are very sacred. I dreamt that every spring has its own goddess, and to baptize oneself for every spring is a very good pilgrimage practice. That's from a dream. So why I want to say that Bugarach, I want to impress that it's very sacred to the feminine, because there are tour guides that lead people around this area. And when they get to Bugarach, they always say masculine energy. They stamp it, masculine energy. They don't recognize the feminine there. And they're kind of dismissing it as of being of any possible interest to seekers of the divine feminine. Bugarach, male energy, because the mountain stands up so phallic and the landscape is so vast, and then we'll look at Brenda and say, yes, it's a valley, it's so moist and damp and shady, so that's the feminine. And it's like old stereotypes that need to be dropped, because the masculine is just as capable of being in shadows and moist. And the feminines can stand tall with her wings spread and love the freedom and the space. So it's just a traditional way that's been encouraged by the modern religions that needs to be moved on from, because the centerpiece of the Bugarach mountain is so obviously a goddess, right there looking at us saying, here I am, and all these people are walking past and they don't even see her. Bugarach is, of course, most known for aliens, and in 2012, the end of the world was very much the thing because of the Mayan calendar ending its dates. And somehow Bugarach became the safe place, or one of the safe places at the end of the world for people to come to. And the aliens were supposed to be ready to rescue people from the mountain and take them into another dimension. So the mayor, who doesn't like hippies and marginals, as they're called in France, like in Van, it's the same story. They shut the hot springs, completed them over to try and keep the hippies away. The mayor of Bugarach, he decided, okay, I'm going to call in the army. I'm going to block off the mountain. No one's allowed on it. I'm going to block off the village. Only the locals are allowed in there. And there was this whole story about there's cult people and they're going to throw themselves off the mountain and there's going to be mass suicides. So he got the government to allow the money for the whole police to come into the area en masse. The cult watchdog, Milvitude, came and was talking with the mayor and the police.
What year was that?
2012.
It was on the news.
Yeah, that's how Bugarach became famous.
But nobody jumped off the mountain.
Nobody was allowed on the mountain.
The man went on a cruise. He closed it all off and then he
They were policing the whole mountain to stop people going on there.
They cancelled all the rugby fixtures.
They took down ladders for climbing rocks. They sent divers down into the caves.
I was fully booked.
You're fully
People from Brazil came.
I have people from all over the world.
All going to Bugarach.
All going to Bugarach.
It was so amusing. I enjoyed it because I them, still friends with them, some of them. There were only 2 real believers that managed to get through. One was the divine Christ figure, Sylvain Durif, who predicted that Mary Magdalene Mother Mary was going to come on a spaceship. And the other guy was a humble plumber from Bordeaux. He came and set up his tent hidden in the bushes. And he was quite interesting. He said, it's not aliens on the mountain, it's angels. So people are looking at the angels, feeling the presence on the mountain of the angels, and they're interpreting it with their perception as aliens. I kind of go more with the angels. And he said that there was a portal on the mountain, and he was going to go up there and go through the portal and go up to the other dimensions. And there actually is, up on the mountain, a great circle with rock all through the rock, known as La Fenêtre, the window. But of course the world didn't end.
Not a sweet hour.
And the date for it ending keeps being pushed back. So we've still got that in store. But this happening put Bugarach on the map for esoteric travellers. So it wasn't so long ago that I discovered the text of an Occitan writing about the legends of this Bugarach area. I knew the story, but I hadn't seen it written down and translated. But this is a preservation, is a link to understanding the way the ancient people had their beliefs and practices in the old times. They had many gods, goddesses, sprites, and fairies, and they worshipped the rock faces, which all had personalities, and they had groves, and they made temples and shrines. And it's in this script that they talk about the goddess being named Nor. And her name survives to this day in our name, Eleanor, which was first popularized by Eleanor of Aquitaine. It's the name of one of my daughters. So El is a name for the goddess, she, the divine feminine, and Nor is light. So she's the goddess of light, or the light of the goddess. There are 2 demigods mentioned for Bugarach area, specifically mentioned giants. They were Bug and Arash, from which the name Bugarach has come. And they were all worshipped. And there was another god worshipped, the god of the winds, Ceres, C-E-R-S, like the winds of the Tramontane, the winds that come to this area. But he fell out of favour because he brought storms to the area, and the storms were so vicious that they were destroying the livelihood of the people and breaking their homes. So the people were really afraid, and they called to the divine ones to save them. So the trinity of Nor, Bug, and Arash, they all prayed to the god Jupiter to banish Ceres from the land to protect the people. So the story goes that the 2 giants, Bug and Arash, they climbed up upon one another to try and reach closer to the god Jupiter so that their plea would be heard. And in doing this, their bodies formed the mountain. And the mountain, as I've seen it in another dream, is an altar, and the altar is for the goddess Nor. So their prayers were heard, and the mountain was forever after a magical mountain. And Bugarach, people have been protected ever since, so the legend goes. And I feel the magic of this place, and I'm not the only one, many people are drawn here. And people believe that Bugarach is one of the chakras of Mother Earth. I don't know which one. And some people say the energies are too powerful for anyone to live there, which is the nature of pilgrimage places anyway, that they're meant to be for holy worship, for healing, and that the people there are meant to be holy people. And then other people, are, like me, are sustained by the energy in the landscape.
Do you know, by the way, that there's a spiritual veil around the bush?
I don't know.
Yes, yes.
A spiritual what, sorry?
A veil.
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 What, like Glastonbury, you mean? Like Glastonbury? Veil between two...
Yeah, it's when you drive around there, you actually, I mean, I drove there once,
Okay.
and I felt going through it. It's a spiritual energy field, a veil, curtain, or something.
It's interesting because the goddess on the mountain, she looks like she's dancing the dance of the seven veils. So she's like casting off these veils
Yes,
to
yes.
reveal what really is there. That is interesting. I feel the embrace of the goddess in the landscape. I've been sometimes in such bubbles of bliss on my land, in my garden, on the hills. And I never knew how to define what that is, but on reading the legend, then I'm thinking this is the goddess Nor, and she's very present. The legend helps to make sense of this, that it's always been a sacred and special land, that she's always been here. I call her the lost goddess in a sense, not because she's lost, but because we've lost her and we have to re-find her. And she's inseparable from the landscape. I feel that in the nature. But that is like, I just want to finish with a poem that I wrote about the Bugarach legend, because I felt it was such a special story that it would make a nice poem, so that's what I did. I wrote a poem about it. I have to read it because I don't know it off by heart. So it's the story about the creation of the mountain and the banishing of the wind god. So, of forest groves, pools and hills, Bugarach had renown, for this was a most sacred land, where shrines and altars did abound. At every cave, rock and spring dwelt fairy folk and sprites, sacred animals and godlings, and one great goddess of light. This goddess, Nor, opened hearts, bestowing joy and renewed health, forgiveness, boons, and love all round, romance, motherhood, and wealth. A demigod, Sirs, was once revered, but he fell out of favour. The winds he brought were full of storms, the ruin of all hard labour. The peasants prayed for salvation to save their crops and homes. At every rock face and woodland grove, they sacrificed and wept and moaned. The divine ones on their behalf appealed to lordly Jupiter to rid this land of wild young sirs and give the people due shelter. Two fairy gods took action, one named Arach, the other Bug. Bug climbed on Archer's shoulders, by which they formed a mountain huge. This edifice became an altar, which the goddess upon did fly, and being right in the heavens, their holy songs did fill the sky. Such radiant energy of love was spread, for which the trio did Jupiter impress, who at last took note that wayward sirs his duties had digressed. This mountain was ever to be magical, and the windly godling was sent away, and this village, Bugarach now called, is protected to this very day.
Right, well, thank you so much, Susan.
Can I escape? No.
Yeah, great pun. Okay, so who's got some questions for Susan? Just a couple. Right.
No, I'm not. It's very hard for me to even talk with notes, let alone answer questions with notes.
You did say that last week,
Do you know the etymology of Bugarach? Do you know the name of these two names? Did you ever look that up?
I did look it up, it wasn't so clear. Like, Bug is definitely associated with mountains, but also is there some association with the Bogomils?
I was wondering. 'Cause
Yes.
Bug is the
Yeah,
Slavonic word
it's
for
for
God.
God, yes.
Yeah.
So the
Bug
mountains and
Alash.
God were often associated together.
And that goes back as far as the Taoist thing. Like I was talking about the
Yeah.
Chinese Taoists linked to this region.
Yeah.
In China, mountains are sacred. Taoists live on the mountains. Like if this is China, there'd be a
Yeah,
Taoist
and
temple.
obviously it was a sacred mountain,
Yeah.
no doubt, yeah.
And I think the reason is that you see such a long view. Which means
Also, you're reaching up to the heavens.
You can see it from so
Yeah.
far as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Access it from
Even
so far.
coming on the plane from England, you can see it when you're approaching Carcassonne.
I've heard that when people climb up on top of the mountain to go to the top, that there is a very dark sort of feeling in the middle of it, like people, entities or spirits trying to discourage you from going up or something. I've heard that from several people.
I don't know.
Amanda told me that.
I don't know anything about that because I've climbed up the mountain and slept up there many a time, and it's always been very wonderful and never anything dark, no feeling of insecurity, nothing. So I don't know where that
Yeah, because I had a client of mine who almost got killed 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, okay, so it is a very difficult mountain to climb,
It's,
that's for
kind
sure.
of,
I've heard of people
Dangerous.
really, definitely.
Yeah, Amanda returned. She didn't even want to go further. She had lots of dark.
she was going to go up. but-
Yeah, she turned back because it was so dubious and dark. I don't know. I've never been there.
It's actually physically a very difficult mountain to climb. So some people attempt to climb it, they're not in proper health, maybe the weather's really bad, and every now and then somebody gets in trouble and emergency services have to be called. That's just a physical thing.
Helicopters.
Helicopters regularly.
Okay, well, maybe if we do this again, we might have a pilgrimage to Bugarach
Yeah,
next time.
Yeah.
So, we could, that's a thought. Hands up who's actually been up on the mountain.
What about the,
That's quite a few of you. Did you
what's it called? Compass.
But what's your
I've been
question?
told that compasses don't work out there. That
there are
there's-
lots of stories.
That there's some magnetic field that messes with
Yeah,
the
some people
compass.
say birds can't fly over it and all different things. There's loads of stories. This area is full of so many stories.
Yeah,
That's not true. There is a magical power. It's a magical
You can feel it when you live there.
When you live there, for sure.
And your house is very peaceful, the garden, but I have a house set at another friend's house, and she's right underneath there, and it's very strong,
Right.
very strong.
That's what it is. It's full on. Unless you're a person of spiritual persuasion, or you're just briefly going as a pilgrim, it's not really an area you should stay in for very long because the power is very strong.
And your energy where you are just further out on the edge of town, so peaceful, beautiful.
It feels really beautiful
Very
where I
nice.
am. Yeah.
But don't you think that's true of so many places here that there are towns and villages that will spit you out if you're not meant to be here?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I've heard people talk about Alette and quite well known, and we were talking about Alette and about it being a place that spits people out when you're not supposed to be there. It just, and I get the feeling that Bugarach is the same.
I think it is, and Glastonbury is also a very similar kind of
Yeah,
place.
and I think probably Roland Chateau and Rennes are similar as well. So there are certain people that need to be there and certain people that just aren't.
But there's kind of power places I'm very attracted to. I thrive in there.
Well, whenever I leave Alette, I get ill.
Really?
Yeah.
Every time I go to the UK, I get ill.
Well,
Every
that's I understand.
Interesting.
time.
Well, don't go.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I can only leave for that.
Okay, so Susie, thank you so much. I have one final comment just to add.
Yeah.
Not so much a question as a comment.
Yeah.
In my paper from Uri, I talked about the religion of light. They used to say that
Yeah.
this common universal religion of light and the whole Silk Road. So we have from China, where the mountains are sacred, all the way through Nuristan, which is the place of light in Iran. It's a region, Nuristan.
Yeah.
Nur is Arabic also for light, and Nur Inayat Khan was a great Sufi who was working for the French resistance, Muslim lady who was related to Pierre
Oh yeah, the
Inayat Khan.
Sufis.
Sufi. She was captured by the Nazis and tortured to
Yeah,
death,
that's right.
and her name was Nur.
Yeah.
She was given
Yeah.
OBE or something, high honour by the British. So
Yeah.
she was the most important woman Sufi
Yeah.
working for peace,
Yeah.
which in her day meant resisting evil. And she was just bringing radio transmitters to the resistance. Nazis caught her and tortured her to death, which is terrible. So that's Nor. And then we come all the way to the place where Nor is here,
Yeah.
the god of the mountain, or the goddess.
Yeah.
So it seems there may be a connection, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Yeah, because definitely the Bugarach came to this area
Yeah.
and by the Cathars and
Okay, so there would have been people in the 1200s, the 1100s, the 1000s, like us. sitting
there was a
around
very
this-
early villa in Bugarach
Was that?
that I think was associated with it, and the Cathar way runs through Bugarach, which is where the Cathar perfecti walked from village to village
Okay.
along the high road routes.
Okay, so have archaeologists found anything in the mountain? You said to me sometime on the phone that someone was doing archaeological stuff and announced a great discovery and then was found dead.
I didn't mention that, but some other people have talked about that.
Okay,
I mean,
that's
I don't know, there's a lot of stories and some of them are a bit
dubious.
dubious, yeah.
Okay, but it'd be nice to see if there's been any archaeological discoveries like that.
And
Yeah,
the church is really old, isn't it, Bugarach?
yeah.
It's one, must be one of the oldest churches.
There are
in the city.
definitely cave shrines on the hillsides hidden in the forest that I've come across. One I came across had like an altar, and there was one with a big cross even. But the next time I went there, someone had smashed it down. But there are all these kind of cave houses all hidden all over the place there.
Really?
I think they were
In the
ancient shrines and ancient.
So they're little
holy
caves that
people.
are some kind of shrine.
I think holy people lived in those shrines in ancient times, and pilgrims would come and be blessed.
I think there were Cathar initiation caves around here that
Yeah.
and also not just the Cathars, my understanding is there are a lot of the Knights Templar initiation, so they would be taken and put into these caves and not known when they were going to be rescued or if they were going to be rescued, and it was about them